Good morning. Happy Tuesday. Eric Lofholm here. Thrilled to be with you here this morning to bring some motivation to your day. And motivation it's so important because you get what you focus on. If I'm focusing over here on something that I don't want, then I'm going to get more of that. And then if I shift my focus and I focus on what I want to create, then I'm going to get more of that. And what I found in my life is I do a better job of focusing on what I want to create when I am motivated. So it's great to be with all of you here this morning. And we're going to be talking about today on this little short Facebook Live. I'm going to go about 15 minutes or so. We're going to be talking about decisions, vision, and fitness. And so I want to tell you a little story about decisions, and it was from a seminar that I attended. And I love going to seminars, or nowadays it's really popular on Zoom. And so back in the day, we're talking about the 1990s, there was no Zoom. So if you went to an event, it was, be a seminar in a hotel ballroom, typically is how I would do it. And I go to this seminar, and there's a speaker there named Dante Pirano. And I'd never heard of Dante before. And he was amazing. I mean, I've seen the best of the speakers because I've been in the industry now since the 90s. And Dante was special. He still is special. He's still alive. And so anyway, he tells us this story about a formula, GSA. And that's an acronym that stands for goal, strategy, action. Goal, strategy, action. Ask yourself, ask your brain, what do I want? Your brain is designed to answer virtually any question you ask it. So ask yourself, what do I want? Develop a strategy to get it, and take massive action on a daily basis. I learned this formula in 1992, and it transformed my life. And I'm going to tell you a quick story of how it did that. You'll be like, oh my gosh, Eric, wow, that really did transform your life. And I want you to know the distinction, GSA, goal, strategy, action, is as relevant today as it was when I learned it in 1992. So after I left that seminar, at some point in the not too distant future after I attended the seminar, I'm like, Eric, what do you want? I'm having this conversation with myself. And I was like, I don't want to work at McDonald's anymore. And I'd been working there for 3 years. So I made a decision and I quit. And then I said, I don't want to go to community college anymore. I've been going for 5 years. Made a decision, and I quit. I was dating the woman that I loved, and I wanted to communicate to her how much I loved her, and I proposed to her. I made a decision, and I proposed. I made those 3 decisions: quit my job, dropped out of college, proposed marriage, in one day. My entire life changed in one day. Out of a question, what do I want? The power of the present moment. There's a moment. There's a moment. There's a moment. The power of the present moment is in any given moment, you can make a decision about how your life is going to be different. So I want to talk to you about fitness right now. Now, if improving your fitness, if you're in a space in your life where you're open to that, then hear it from the viewpoint of fitness. If you're like, Eric, you know what? Right now I'm not in that season. And I used to not be in that season, right? If somebody wanted to talk to me about health, I'm like, don't talk to me about health. I'm too busy building my business. I didn't have a listening for improved health. But if for any reason you're in a space right now where you're like, yeah, health's not really a priority for me. There's no judgment. I've been in spaces in my life like that. Replace health and put in whatever is important to you. If making more money is important, or if you want to prioritize your spiritual life, or maybe you're single and you're wanting to have somebody to have your happily ever after. I was in that space before I met my wife, Heather, where I was very intentional. I want to create a relationship. So we go in different seasons. There's no right or wrong. It's just what's occurring in your life right now. So I'm going to talk about health, but if you're like, Eric, I'm not curing health, no problem. Just substitute the word health for whatever's important to you. So right now, I'm taking better care of my health than any time in my life. And I was talking to my daughter last night, and we were having this discussion about health. And I said, I call her Honey. Honey, is the big idea joining a gym? And we agreed, no, because lots of people join a gym, they don't even go. Is the big idea knowing what to eat? And we're both like, yeah, that's not the big idea, because lots of people know what to eat. You know if you have a good diet or not. What we both agreed on, the big idea is the decision. The decision to improve your health. And my daughter recently made that decision. She used to not have a very good diet. She didn't care what she ate. And something clicked in her brain. Maybe it's she works for a gym now. Maybe it was her working for the gym. Maybe something occurred. I didn't ask her what shifted, but something shifted in my daughter. And then all of a sudden one day, she started prioritizing her health. And she's talking to me yesterday about bench press. And she's going up 2.5 pounds a week as her goal right now. I was like, wow, that is amazing. Same thing with my son. My son was never really interested in fitness, and all of a sudden now he's like locked in. And so my son's into it, my daughter's into it, I'm into it. And what's the big shift? It's a decision. If you want your sales to go up, if you're dissatisfied with your sales, it's a decision. If you want to have your happily ever after in a romantic relationship, it's a decision to go create that. If you want better finances, it's a decision. Lots of people are like, yeah, I want more money. I want more retirement money. Okay, awesome. Goal, strategy, action. You want more money? A lot of people are like, yeah, I want more money in my life. Awesome. What's the goal? I don't really have one. Okay, so you'd like more money, but there's no goal, which means there's no strategy, which means how can you take action without a strategy or a goal? So if you want to create something different in your life, I do. Okay, if you want to create something different, GSA, it's a beautiful formula. It's a beautiful formula because it's so simple. Goal, strategy, action. So we're talking right now about fitness. So what I did over the weekend is I was like, okay, I'm really doing great with my fitness, but I want to take it up a notch. So I wrote down a fitness plan. I wrote down a food plan. I wrote down my exercise plan. And then out of that, something clicked in my brain and I was like, look for inexpensive gyms around where I live. So I did the search term, inexpensive gyms near me. I belong to a gym. I was just curious, how much are gyms these days? And I discovered this gym called Planet Fitness. Some of you might have heard of Planet Fitness. And it's $10 a month. And their business model, it appears, I'm not in their corporate meetings, but it appears that their business model is they're looking for people to pay $10 a month that actually don't want to go to the gym, but they want a gym membership. So they got all these people that don't go to the gym paying them $10 a month. It seems like that's the model. Anyway, that hit my brain and I said, I want to do something different. I want to model their business model, but I want to create transformation in people. I don't want to do something and not have people come to the gym. And I'm not going to go open up a gym, but here's what I came up with. I came up with, because I think, and my daughter and I, we agreed on it, maybe you'll agree too, the big idea with your fitness is just to make a decision. You know what? I'm going to get in shape. And what you need more than anything is the motivation and the decision. Well, I went to my son and I said, son, I got this idea to do a $10 a month motivational membership where you and I, son, you and me, we're going to motivate 1,000 families to make better health decisions. We're going to create transformation in the world, son, because we're going to motivate. You're a mini me. Fruit doesn't fall far from the tree. So together we're going to do this. And I'm like, this would be great because my son can reach your kids because he's 20 and I'm 52, right? So I can talk to the adults. My son can talk to the kids. And then I told my daughter what we're doing. She's 17. She goes, I want in. So we are launching next week. My son's name is Brandon. He's 20. My daughter's Sarah. She's 17. And me. And the three of us, we're all really focused on our fitness right now. And we're going to come on for $10 a month. We're going to motivate you to take action on your fitness. Now, here's where I got a couple of things that I think are just awesome. So we have a vision to help 1,000 families. Your $10 membership covers your family. So it's not each person in your family. You and your family, one membership like Netflix, you can share the passcode. We want them to register because we want to know who's in the program. But if you got family of 5, awesome. $2 a person. And what's going to happen is your kids are going to get motivated from my kids. And I'm going to motivate you. And then I'm also going to be able, because your kids are going to hear me. So they're going to hear the motivation from me. And you're going to hear the motivation from my kids. And this is going to change your life in your fitness. And then I came up with this other thing. I didn't come up with it, but it's a business model that's proven. Refer 3, get yours for free. So if you decide you want in and you want to share with other families and you refer in 3 people, we're going to waive your $10 membership fee. But the bigger idea from the business model is you sign up for this. You're making a decision that you want to improve your health. That's the big idea. Whatever's going to get you to make a decision that you're going to go do the sit-ups or the push-ups, or you're going to eat better, or you're going to put the sugar down, or you're going to put the fast food down, or you're going to keep the excessive sweets out of your house, or whatever you're doing, and you're going to get to the dentist, and you're going to see the doctor if you need to get the checkups, and you're going to do all the best practices, and you're going to floss your teeth. Okay, and there's all these things we can do. The dentist joke is you only want to floss the teeth you want to keep. And it's kind of a joke, but it's kind of serious too. If you're not flossing your teeth right now, what kind of teeth do you expect that you're going to have in the future? You're going to have replacement teeth is what you're going to have. Okay, now, I used to never focus on this stuff. I was too busy making money, too busy running my company, too busy changing the world by helping people make more sales. All that stuff's great. But you know what I learned? You don't have to choose. It's not either or. It's not, well, I'm going to have a successful business or I'm going to have a successful marriage. It's not either or. It's not, I'm going to have a successful business or I'm going to be lean and fit. Listen to this distinction. It's and. I'm going to have a successful business and I'm going to have a successful marriage. I'm going to have a successful sales career and I'm going to have successful fitness. I'm going to have a successful business and I'm going to have a successful spiritual life and be connected to God. And this is what it is. It's not just and. It's and. This is the life I live. Successful business and successful marriage and successful family life and successful fitness and successful spiritual life and successful wealth building. And I discovered you don't have to choose. Now, it does require sacrifice. I don't watch many Netflix videos. I don't have a full social life by choice. My social life is my family. That's my choice. I'm not telling you not to have a great social life. But we got 24 hours in a day, and we got 7 days in a week, and we got 365 days in a year. And we have to decide, am I going to use that time to take care of my health? Am I going to use that time to learn how to wealth build? Am I going to use that time to make sure I'm doing my prospecting? Or am I just going to suck up my time on social media? Am I going to watch a bunch of Netflix? Am I going to eat a bunch of chocolate ice cream? Right? I'm not being critical. I'm suggesting a different possibility for you. a different possibility. And what if you got your family involved? What if, and we'll wrap with this idea. Okay, if any of you, we don't have the landing page up for the $10 membership yet, but we're launching next week. And if you already know you want in, then just message me. Send me a Facebook message or email me or text me, hey, Eric, I'm in. It's month to month. There's no contract. $10 a month. Try it out. Watch yourself get lean and fit. But as a possibility, what if you got really motivated? You gleaned all the best that I had to teach you about all the different things that I know. Any gaps I have, which I got plenty of them, you find other mentors that can fill those gaps. I'm not going to be your spiritual mentor. Don't look for me for that, because that's not my gifting for mentoring. So that's what a pastor's for, or whoever in your life. Seek out a spiritual mentor. Okay? I'm not going to coach you on your marriage. I got a couple tricks and tips that I can share, but I'm not going to be the one to coach you on your marriage. So you find somebody in your life that can mentor you in that area. But I live in this idea of getting better every day, and I'm doing the work. And what if we got your family, you guys started having healthy conversations about food? And what if maybe you joined the gym together, or you got some exercise equipment at home and you started doing and having real conversations in your family about fitness? Because maybe it's not my son or my daughter or me that's going to reach your cousin with their fitness. Maybe it's you. Maybe it's out of you role modeling for them and then inviting them to the program, and you're the one that creates the transformation in your cousin, not me. It's just I'm creating the container to have the conversation. Today, we're not talking about wealth building, but that's another passion of mine, teaching people how to build wealth. It's not that hard. But if your idea is, I don't handle the money in my family, my spouse does, or I'm not good with money, that will be your life, and unfortunately, you'll die broke unless you inherit a bunch of money. If your story is, I'm not good with money. And here's the thing, if your spouse handles the money, we'll wrap with this. If your spouse handles the money and then your spouse dies first, then what? You're not even going to know where the accounts are. It doesn't mean you should be the primary person to handle it if your spouse handles it, but there's some basic stuff you want to know. Like, where's the life insurance policy? And where are the accounts? And what happens if your spouse that handles the money passes first? How do we handle all this? Because somebody's dying first. So we need to know, what are we going to do? So anyway, thanks for joining me today. We had 20 plus on the Facebook Live, which was awesome. If you got some value today, type the word yes in the chat. If you got some value, type the word yes in the chat. We're going to do it again tomorrow at this same time. Facebook Live, if you want to come hang out with me tomorrow. Have an awesome, I got one last 22-second thing to tell you. I'm doing a prospecting class Friday morning at 7 a.m. California time, 7 a.m. Pacific. Teach you how to boldly prospect anybody. It's free. If you want that class, find me on Facebook, LinkedIn, text me, email me. Let me know somehow, some way you want the prospecting class. We're going to do it live, and if you can't make it live, we'll send you the recording. I'll teach you all about prospecting. Have a great day. Thanks for all the yeses. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.